Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here, and this is episode number 10, season number 2, Saving Sampdoria. And first off, we're going to start with the leagues. As you know, this is a Super League format. And look at Arsenal storming away at the top of the league, followed by Barcelona, who are yet to lose. Dropped a lot of points for draws. So it's not just in our league a lot of draws. I mean, Man United have got a lot of draws, Man City have got a lot of draws, Barcelona have got a lot of draws, Inter Milan have got a lot of draws. Quite a lot of draws going on in these leagues. Very competitive league again. I have to say, as we go further down, I'm surprised by some of the teams bottom of the league. I'm surprised by Atletico Madrid not having won a single game. I don't understand that at all. I'm shocked at that. Lazio and Spurs, both with 1 win each. Napoli, Porto with a couple of wins. Juventus even with 4 wins. Zenit St. Petersburg with 5. Liverpool with 5, who came up from last season. I'm absolutely dumbfounded by that league. That is one hell of a tough division. I don't know if I want to be in that division just yet. We've got a lot of growing to do. So we move on into obviously the Super League Championship. Paris Saint-Germain storming away. Bayer Leverkusen are doing well. Newcastle are doing well. Not a lot of draws in this one, to be fair. I mean, Leverkusen have picked up 6. Oh, then again, saying that, Marseille have got 8, Seville have got 8, and Ajax have got bloody 11 draws. Again, it's such a competitive, tight league. The points between each team is so competitive. Bottom of the table doesn't really surprise me, if I'm honest. I would expected probably Fiorentina, Roma to be a little bit higher. Anzi, Makalakakaka, I can never pronounce that fucking name. Anzi to be a little bit higher. I'm surprised PSV are struggling down there, to be honest. They've got some decent players. So we move into our division, and again, oh god, what a tight division. You look down to 10th position where Aston Villa are, 27 points, all the way up to the top of the league with Galatasaray, who are storming away. I mean, they've dropped a few points, nothing major, and it's only really us who are struggling with draws. We've got 6 draws, 10 wins, 1 loss though, which is very helpful. If we had more losses, we would be in a whole world of pain. I'm shocked at Real Betis being in 22nd position, along with West Ham in 20th position. That's just EA hating. Boca Juniors, I'm not really surprised with. Vasco da Gama expected to be a little bit higher. Fulham are struggling down. I'm a bit surprised by that as well. East Division is just throwing up so many shocks for me personally. I mean, FC20, they've got no decent forwards anymore. Obviously, we've got Castanos, and it shows that we've got Castanos because they've drew 9 games. I reckon with Castanos, they probably would have had another 5 or 6 wins there, and they'll be storming away. I mean, Hamburg are doing quite well without Sun. I mean, they haven't dropped a game yet. But look at that, Shamrock Rovers are struggling. Santos Laguna are struggling. They've got obviously my favourite Colombian 5-star skiller playing in their cam position. He's fantastic, but they are really struggling. I can't get over the fact that each division is so competitive, so tight, full of points. You know, it really is going to come down to the last 10 games of the season. And if you haven't got your form, you could be literally staying in that division for another season. But if you pick up a bit of form, you could really push yourself and propel yourself into playoffs or into a position where you could actually get automatic playoffs or even dream of thinking about winning a playoff. And as you can see, we started off very brightly by conceding a penalty. Now, I slowed this down and replayed it over and over. Now, 1, the referee can't see through that player's head. That's an impossibility. 2, the linesman is on the left-hand side of the screen, so he wouldn't be able to see the handball. 3, it wasn't a handball. He didn't actually touch it. And I feel justice was served by EA when Sergio saved the day. I was absolutely, as you can imagine, I'm sure if you follow me on Ultimate Team, you will know that I raged, and I was raging at that penalty. It was just disgraceful. But Victor Wanyama strikes the ball hard, true, solid, like an arrow in the 29th minute into the far corner to give us a well-deserved 1-0 lead. And look at Icardi, trying out some skills with Icardi. Hasn't got the greatest skill moves, but he can do a bit of this and a bit of that. Sloppy clearance, comes straight out to our boy Pedro, who, as we know at this moment in time, wants to lead, sticks on his left foot, high, wide, and very Spanish. Unfortunately, very wide and high and not very handsome at all. But we go at half-time, and Pedro is interacting with the players, which is good. It looks like a little mini argument is brewing there. Hopefully we can persuade him to stay. If we can't, I'm going to be really gutted. Look at Vilhena. Honestly, he's just immense. He really is immense. Left foot, right foot. He feels so good. Great ball over the top into Marcelo. Marcelo fires off a shot. What a save by the Copenhagen goalkeeper. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Bakrov with the ball, tries the shot, goes into Vilhena, and Vilhena just slots it home like an absolute legend to give us a fantastic 2-0 victory. And we're starting to turn those draws into wins. We're starting to get a little bit of form. We're picking up points left, right and centre. Playing really, really well, which is fantastic. But only a matter of time before Pedro bids arrive. I'm starting to get really annoyed. It feels like this has already been decided, that his bids are going to come in and he's going to go. And that's really disappointing because I think he's a fantastic player. Let's not forget, at the end of the day, when we took over Sampdoria, he was already a Sampdoria player. It's not as if we've brought him in. It's not as if we've brought him out of the youth team. He was a Sampdoria player. So for him to be all of a sudden be homesick is a little bit disappointing and doesn't really make any sense. I'd understand if it was Son. You know, we brought him in. I could understand if he was homesick and he wanted to go back to Germany or he wanted to go back to... God, I can't remember where Son's from. Is he Japanese or is he Korean? I'd understand it. I could understand it. But I can't understand it with Pedro. I really can't. And it just feels like it's already been dictated that we're pretty much going to lose him. If that is the case, we know we're losing Rossini in the winter transfer window because I'm not going to give him additional money. I refuse to. If we're going to lose Pedro, who could we bring in to replace him? He's got to be of an equal calibre and not cost too much money, but he's got to be of equal calibre. Someone who's not overused either in a career mode. Someone who is solid as a rock. You know what I like? I like someone who can shoot. I like someone who's got long shots. I like someone with decent passing. I'd like another Polly, but, you know, how about a Pirlo? But a younger version would be fantastic. Or a Daniel De Rossi, but a younger version would be fantastic. You did notice that we got away with a bit of a lucky post there. And look at that, Pedro in front of the Real Betis fans, in front of the Spanish fans. He celebrates scoring the first goal. Is that a signal that he could be looking to go to Real Betis? I'll be very surprised if he did. But look at Dennis the Menace. Nice little turn inside. What a shot. Again, another player who absolutely surprises me. Every time I play Vilhena and Dennis at the Menace, they both surprise me, shock me and astound me. That they're such good players, such technically gifted players. Nice ball over the top, and Son unfortunately just puts it right. His right foot is not his greatest asset, but it is a ruddy, solid foot. Would have liked to see that on his left foot on the other side, but there'd be no point playing him on the other side of the pitch. But Rojas, as you know, is back, and oh my days, this guy is way too much fun. He is way too much fun. He's got blistering pace. He can even do skill moves. Well, I can't do skill moves, but he can do skill moves, which are just brilliant and so much fun. And I really, really am enjoying having him, and he's going to add so much to the squad. Okay, Terence, I feel sorry for him because Congolo there, I felt, won the ball. I saw the replay and I realised he didn't have a hope in frickin' hell of winning the ball, which was really, really disappointing because he played really well. He didn't really deserve it, but watch this. Oh my bloody God. See, I feel EA are trolling me. I have scored one free kick in FIFA 13. That was with Cristiano Ronaldo in an Ultimate Team game. It was from 35 to 40 yards out. Stuck it in the top corner like a boss. Come close a few times. I don't know if a few of you guys were watching the stream the other night. I had Sean Wright Phillips from about 20 yards. Ping it onto the bar. And that's about as close as I've really come. Free kicks are not something I actually worry about. I know the whole ethics of it. I can get it in and about. I just can't seem to get it in that top corner, which is frustrating. So when the AI just literally troll you and ping it in that top corner, it's so frustrating. But I consoled myself because we got 3 points. We won 2-1. And such was my consoling, I decided it would be a good idea to sim a game. Just to get the career mode a little bit of a boost, get some games done, and get closer to that ever-present thought of transfers. Oh yes, we love transfers. Starting to mull over centre-backs, you know, the likes of Dede. Do we bring Dede in? He'd be a brilliant centre-back. But we've got to look at a centre-back replacement for Rossini. We've possibly got to look at a midfield replacement for Pedro. We obviously do have Taylor. Number 30, as you can see on the screen. Number 30, Danny Taylor. We picked him up on a freebie. Perhaps we have a look at freebies. I don't know. You guys have to let me know in the comments below. A 2-2 draw is very disappointing. And it was at home. I felt confident that we might be able to pick up a result against Mönchengladbach. But unfortunately it did not work out that way, which was very, very frustrating. We go into the FA Cup against the Seattle Sounders. Seattle are a very good side. We've got some decent players, to be fair. But I felt very confident at home in the FA Cup we would batter them, or the Superliga Cup I should say, and we did. Look, Maxi Clayton picking up 2 goals, and our boy Marcelo, who just seems to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And speaking of stronger, we're going to have a squad report to finish this episode off with, because we haven't had a squad report for quite a while. So it's about time I'd done a ruddy squad report. Lorenzo Di Silvestri, I tell you, when he does go back to Fiorentina, I'm going to cry, I'm going to shed tears. I'm probably going to buy him back because he's phenomenal. I can't recommend him to you guys enough. Right back, brilliant. Right midfield, legendary. He may not be gifted with fantastic weak foot or these amazing skill moves and blessed with lots of pace, but it's not about that. It's not, oh God, I know certain people are going to be like, you such a bad man. We know your ultimate teams always have pace. Yeah, whatever. Come on, Di Silvestri is just one of those anomalies for me. He's just a ferocious player and a real joy to play with. Did anyone pick up on our boy Clarky, Kieran Clark, picking up some wicked statistics? He's just grown into this mammoth centre-back. The same as Victor Wanyama is grown into this mammoth midfielder. A CDM role for him is fantastic, just suits him. Danny Taylor is coming. As you know, we picked him on a free transfer. He's English, 18 years old, going up sublimely. And there we go, look at Vilhena. He may be overused in a career mode. I personally have never ever used him, and I'm so grateful for you guys recommending him to me and me bringing him in because he's just fantastic. Marcelo is brilliant. I'd love to see him hit 82, 83, 84. I think he'd be phenomenal. Nicholas Bakrov, I don't know if I ever pronounced his name correctly, is phenomenal. The boy feels really, really silky. Really enjoying using him, and he's fantastic. Our boy Joe, who you know we can buy at the end of the season, he's going up very steady. I'm quite happy with his progress. Icardi, I don't have to say anything about Icardi because he is just epic. That's right, there's enough epics there for him to be epic. Exactly. Now, obviously, he wants to play more. He's got to force his way into the team. It's hard to force your way into the team at this moment in time because we have such a decent side. Look at that morale, homesick. I am so gutted. You know, showing great potential as well is annoying. Our boy Castanos, I mean, look at his sprint speed. Just taking those statistics. If you have never tried him, I recommend him so much. And I have to thank everybody who recommended him to me because he is an absolute joy to play with. I still can't get over the fact he's still unhappy and he feels he's underpaid when you have the likes of Polly. Look at Polly. Ball control of 90, dribbling, his passing, his technique, he's just godly. And I can't wait to do the next episode.
So it's more like a nightmare.